Relax. It's ASMR. Hello, everyone. We have a bit of a artistically creative video today. I saw this in the store a few days ago. I thought it would be really neat to go through some of these sheets of coloring designs. Excuse me. And do some of them. So these are kind of geometric patterns. It comes with some markers as well. So hopefully we get some nice drawing, coloring sounds. Put that over there. I like the packaging. Reminds me of 80s design a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Got one box, two box. Then we have a stack of sheets. Pretty straightforward. I do like that. May save that and use that for something else. So let's open up and see what designs we have to work with. Okay. This is bicycle tires. It's kind of neat. Kind of a lattice work with people walking and running on it. There's a birds flying over a cityscape. Looks like a maze going off into the distance. It's kind of neat. Blimps flying over a city. Ooh, tunnel with spheres flying down it. Definitely reminds me of the 80s. Some geometric shapes with some bugs. Kind of looks like MC Escher a little bit. More bugs. This time it looks like there's a fence with a star and a ladybug. Some pipes going off into the distance with a wheel or a window here. Some gears and chains. That's kind of neat. Another bird in another city. I mean, that's cool. It's a circuit board. Some more gears and a watch face that's kind of also a spiral. Looks like toruses all twisted up together. The robot with more gears. Some globes and other shapes. Blocks in perspective. Bees in a honeycomb. That's kind of cool. Looks like we got a landing strip or a hangar or something with a city in the distance. Some futuristic chess pieces. And that's it. Piece of cardboard. That's pretty cool. And let's see what we've got to work with here. There's one set of colors. There's another set of colors. Awesome. Okay, well, let's see. I think we can start putting these in some sort of order. So we understand what we're working with here. Okay. That's at least a general lining up of the colors. We have the gray and the brown here. Could probably put that there. And probably put this here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oops, try to move these. I'm going to put them off camera just a little bit. There we go. Put them all right down there. That way we can access them and still have room to do one of our sheets here. Okay. These remind me of very similar sheets that were popular when I was in high school. Lots of complex little areas to color. Highly geometric. Except some of them were quite large and had a lot of black background, so that when you colored them with bright colors, the colors really popped out. Let's see, that's a possibility. This is a possibility. Let's see what else. Kind of like that one, that's a possibility. You can definitely tell this was marketed towards boys and guys. Let's see, that's a possibility. Because it's bugs and gears and some birds, but okay. Let's see, that's a bit plain. It's just a bunch of squares. Let's see. Which one should I do? Let's do this one. I think that'll be fun. And there's no real up or down to it, so when I'm working on it, it won't look like it's upside down to you. Okay, well, let's see. Let's establish some basic color themes here. Let's do some red, some green, and some blue. We'll start there. How's that sound? Well, as you can see, this has jumped forward quite a bit, and I've already started the process. And that is because I shot this part, me coloring all of this, and there were so many noises that happened, from garbage trucks to trains to my own stomach gurgling, that I'm probably going to save it for a blooper reel. But there's still plenty to color on here, and so I'm just going to pick up where I left off and keep going. So you can see I started, this one is kind of green, this one is red, and this one is purple. And I have just a little bit down here to do to finish up this purple part. It's really just some dots. But we want to be complete. Okay. So now I want to go in with a light purple and do the other circles in this checkerboard pattern. So sometimes when you do a video, you just have to realize that it is time to cut your losses and start over. Because it's not very relaxing to the viewer when you are stressing out yourself. And the advantage is you get to see more of the process, more of the completed artwork. I don't know that I'll finish it all in this video, but we'll get further down the road, that's for sure. I am shooting this video right now. few days after Christmas. I just posted my driving around looking for Christmas lights video. I had a lot of fun doing that. I think I've worked out some of the bugs in that process that I had on the first one. And it's certainly easier to do those videos because it is winter, so it gets dark faster. So instead of having to wait till 11 or 12 for it to get completely dark, I can do it at 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So, this is looking pretty good. Find this type of thing very relaxing, kind of meditative. This is the kind of thing you do when you're on holiday. Just enough mental energy to keep you from going crazy. Make you feel like you're doing something, but it's not so much energy, mental energy, and it's actually like work. So, okay. Now let's do a yellowy orange one, and this one looks like it comes all the way around here. So we'll do this bright yellow. And I don't want to do it in checkerboard pattern. Maybe I'll do it in stripes. How does that sound? Yellow is tricky to make sure you got full coverage. The darker colors, you know instantly if you have a white space. With yellow, it's much harder to tell. Make sure it's not bleeding through. Good. I like coloring things that are bright, geometric like this. Reminds me of folders we used to have in high school. They were all the rage in my school. They had different scenes on them. They were all in black and white. So you would color them and express your individuality. I don't know if they still have those. If there's even the need to have folders in schools anymore. But I imagine as long as there's homework, there's going to be paper. So as long as it's not too much, I imagine they still have them to some degree. We used to have these things called trapper keepers. Keep all of our papers in and all of our notes. They come in all these wild, funky designs. You got to pick out the design that you wanted for that year. That was always fun. That was before so many things were branded. There was a few things. Star Wars had kind of started that process in a big way in the 70s. You could get things like lunchboxes with characters on them. There's a lot more just generic designs too. I wonder if kids can go online and like have designs printed, like create their own Trapper Keeper, if they still have Trapper Keepers, if that's still a brand. I remember writing so much. Everything had to be written by hand. My hand would ache so much from writing. Okay, so this comes through here, comes out here. So even in high school, computers were just starting to make their way into everyday life. And teachers still eyed them with a great deal of suspicion. I remember a guy's dad worked for IBM or some computer seller or something like that. And he brought in a laptop into class. This was probably 1988. The thing was huge and massive and made a ton of noise when you typed on the keyboard. He only brought that to school one day. The teacher told him to take it out and never bring it back. Okay. We have some pink here. Let's do some stripes this way. careful you don't get the paper too wet or it'll start to ball up around the tip of the marker. That's kind of how you want to do it. Just lay down a solid sheet of color. Like that. It's not perfect, but okay, now this comes this way. All the way down around to here. Disappears under there. And then comes on this side. And pops through right here. Like that. Okay, now we do the next one. It's kind of looking like a candy cane. Swoops down this way. Speaking of candy canes, I have eaten way too much candy this season. Holidays. Okay, I think that's it. But there's been so much good candy to eat that it's been hard to resist. Okay, here we have a lime green. And I'm going to do the lime green going this way. These are all marching this way. I'm going to march this way with it. So I'm going to fill in here. Fill in here. Not only did I make the banoffee pie, which was absolutely delicious, I had to make sure that other people ate it before I could, or else I would have eaten the entire thing, and that would not have been good. But we've had people bring us cookies, these delicious like butter cookies with chocolate on top of them, dark chocolate. I think they're like from Boston or something. Our neighbor brought us some of those. There have been pies and sweets, some of it like those malted milk balls, Whoppers. Those are my favorite kitty candy, I guess. Okay, so I'll do this one here. That's up on, all that candy is on top of all of the other deliciously good food that we've had this holiday. So, I know I have gained a few pounds, and it will be my job after the holidays to lose those pounds. I did a good job this summer of reducing my weight. I'm down about 50 pounds from my absolute heaviest about 5 years ago. So now I'm much more manageable size. Shapes are looking kind of weird here. Okay. So next one would be we're going to go around the corner here. It gets messed up here pretty thoroughly. But as long as we kind of generally follow the pattern, we should be okay. Okay, that looks better. So that's most of the top tier spirally things. You know what we should do here? Let's see, we don't have any oranges yet. Let's make this kind of a more orange. But I don't want to do all of this orange. I think we could do let's do 2 orange and then skip over and do 2 more. This is a nice bright orange. I like this color. So we'll do these 2. Then we'll do these two. That looks good. And I'll do this one. I think I hear a train coming. Yep. I think I can actually predict how well the economy is doing by how many trains go by. Okay, I like that. Let's do another one starting here. This train driver seems to be at least a little bit polite. Some of them lay on the horn for a very long time, or they do 100 little short blasts. It drives you crazy. Okay, now we can do another one starting right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. So these would be painted as well. There we go. Now, let's do this lighter shade. And this time, we're going to skip one. So, this would be the pattern. And over here. Well, I hope the start of your new year has been good. I am recording this the end of 2016, but I imagine you were seeing it in early 2017. So how is the future? I hope you were able to celebrate the new year in a nice manner. Okay, so now we are skipping alternate rows. So this would be the lighter orange as well. I don't know that we have anything specifically planned, but we are learning to be more spontaneous. Okay. I think there needs to be another row of orange under here. Let's see. We need a darker orange right here, so we don't mess up the pattern too much. Okay. And then this will be here. That was off a little bit, but that's okay. When you get down that small. That looks kind of neat. What else should we do? We don't have any light blue. We don't have any blue. Let's finish this one up. With some light blue. I think that'll be a nice contrast. I'm just fill in all the remaining triangles with blue. I'm not sure what color that one's supposed to be. But speaking of spontaneous, we have just decided that we are going out of town tomorrow. And we just decided that today. That is very unlike us as a family. We usually have to have a plan. So I'm rather enjoying the spontaneity. We're not going too far. Get there in about 3 hours. So I'm looking forward to that. I think the weather should be fairly nice. And who knows, I may find some things to do some videos about. Who knows? We'll have to play it by ear and see. Mm-hmm. I think we have a few here to fill in that we missed. Okay. There we go. And let's see. This is supposed to be dark green, I believe. And then these are light green. And then we'll make this one blue, even though it doesn't quite fit the pattern. It'll be fine. Okay, well there's one done. Let's see what else we can do. Speaking of blue, let's use this dark blue. And I'm going to do this small one here. I think then we'll call it a part. We'll do more stripes. Bring it down like that. Bring it on down around the corner there. Okay. I think that's coming along rather nicely. Hasn't bled through too bad now. So I think this time around is much more successful. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. And I will finish this, or at least do another significant portion of it, in another video. Thanks, guys.